5 children have died and 4 others are in a critical condition after the bouncy castle they were playing on was blown away by strong winds in Tasmania, Australia. Police said a gust of wind lifted the bouncy castle into the air, and that several children then fell to the ground from a height of about 10 meters, 32 feet. Tasmanian Police Commissioner Darren Hine said among those who died in the accident were 2 boys and 2 girls, all in Year 6, likely meaning they were aged 10 or 11 years old. The children were playing during an end-of-year activity, called the Big Day in Celebrations, at the Hillcrest Primary School in Devonport, Tasmania at around 10 a.m. local time on Thursday, 11 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time Wednesday. Tragically, I can confirm that there are 2 deceased children after an incident today at Hillcrest Primary School, Tasmania Police Commander Debbie Williams said in an earlier statement at the school, before the death toll was revised upwards. Describing the scenes as distressing, she added, "This is a very tragic event and our thoughts are with the families and the wider school community, and also our first responders." Police did not give any further details about the identities of the deceased or injured, citing privacy reasons. Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison said the accident was unthinkably heartbreaking and shattering. Young children on a fun day out together with their families, and it turns to such horrific tragedy at this time of year. It just breaks your heart, he added. "I just want to say, to the parents and families and friends, all who were there, to the other young children there, I just pray you'll have great family around you and great friends, and you can come through this horrific tragedy," Mr. Morrison added. Emergency services, including multiple helicopters, ambulances, were rushed to the school to transport the children to the hospital while police units investigated the scene. A wind event caused a jumping castle to lift into the air, Tasmania Police said in its initial statement. Several children fell from a height of about 10 meters around 10 a.m. and are currently receiving medical treatment at the scene as well as in hospitals, it added. Police have asked people to avoid the site of the incident and allow emergency services to work. Mr. Morrison has spoken to Tasmania's Premier Peter Gutwein, who was on his way to Devonport, to offer the government support. In a similar incident in Arizona last month, 4 children were hospitalized and severely injured after high winds caused a bouncy castle to take off. Witnesses reported seeing the bouncy castle being thrown several feet in the air, with children inside of it. Mr. Hine said an investigation into the accident is underway. Images published by the Australian Broadcasting Corporation showed police officers consoling each other as paramedics provided first aid to victims. Mr. Gutwein called the incident simply inconceivable. "I know this is a strong and caring community that will stand together and support one another."